Today on Nova Legends podcast, I have Greg Jones, returning first team All Met wing player from Hayfield. Thanks for coming back, Greg.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah. So the last time we talked, you were basking in the glow of an undefeated state championship.
Mhm.
Amazing run. So how did that change your life? How have things been different for you over the last couple of months? I'm sure everyone's been much nicer to you.
Yeah, I guess. It's just been just a lot of like congratulations and oh, what y'all did is not, normal and y'all should be really proud of yourselves. So, I really appreciate, everyone reaching out and congratulating me and all that. And, honestly for me it's, I'm sort of past it, I'm trying to do it again. That's really what I'm focused on and just getting all these other guys, all these, you know, newer guys that are gonna come up to varsity next year, have more significant minutes just to get them on the same page so we can just do it again.
Yeah, and when you think about it, I know you've had great success in AAU this summer and also summer league, and we'll get to that. But when you think of where you are right now as a player, are you a much better player now than you were last August at this time?
Definitely. I think I grow a lot as a player, every year. I feel like I make huge jumps and I feel like, at least even from now till when the high school season ended, I'm a way better player as far as skill wise, but also, just leadership and IQ wise. I feel like I've come a long way because during the summer I've had to take a lot of leadership responsibilities because we lost three main guys. So I feel like I've gotten better in a lot of aspects.
Yeah. Well, one thing that I really respect about you and your wonderful mother. I haven't met your father, but I'm sure he's a great guy as well. Is your loyalty? You and Margon and Fairfax player. I'm going to butcher his last name, so I'm not even going to try. But you're coming back to Hayfield again, and I'm sure people were talking to you and trying to, try to encourage you to go to other places because you probably can go anywhere you want. But you're coming back. You're loyal to your team. If I'm a
Mhm.
college recruiter, I like that loyalty. There's too many players on the college level now that go to a school, they jump the next year, go to a school, they jump the next year. There are kids that go to three or four colleges now. That's not even abnormal.
Yeah.
Do you think that loyalty should be rewarded? Do you think that's a good trait for a ball player to have?
Of course, I definitely think it's a good trait, but I don't really think you should be rewarded. Like, if someone's going, jumping from team to team year after year, I mean, that's their decision. I personally would not do that. You know, as far as college, I wouldn't want to, live somewhere every single year, like, going to what, Kentucky, then going to California, then going over to Michigan. I personally would not want to do that. And, I want to grow a relationship with, the people I'm going to be with for the next 4 years, however long I'm going to be with. So, I mean, I definitely wouldn't consider, jumping ship, years and years in a row. But I don't think, it's something that you should get rewarded for. But I definitely think it's a good trait to have as a basketball player to stay loyal to your guys and where you're playing
If I was a college coach, I would love it because it's just so
at.
hard. It's so hard to build a program if you constantly have
Yeah.
to replace all the pieces. So when you think about your game, who do you model your game after? It's probably no one, but you're Greg Jones. But who do you think you most play like? Or who have you been told your game is most like?
Well, yeah, obviously, I don't really try to model it after anyone because I like to try to do, a little bit of everything. But just I feel like Giannis in transition is something that I've gotten told a lot, and I think I do, very well. He pushes the ball like right when he gets out the rim, he pushes it, and he's going 100% down the court. And I feel like that's one of my best aspects of my game is my transition play. So that I would definitely say that's one guy that I would say I was like and just not really anyone else in particular because like I said I like doing everything. I like passing the ball, scoring when I need to, playing defense, boxing out, rebounding, just anything I can do. So it's really just a Greg Jones
That's
type of
right.
way to play.
People are going to start modeling like Greg Jones. Uh, when people ask you what's your preferred position, I would describe you as a wing. How do you describe yourself?
When people usually ask me, I usually say I just play anything with center. That's usually what I say. And I guess, wing, but this past summer I've been playing point guard a lot for the Hayfield team. So, you know, wouldn't necessarily say a wing, but just doing anything I need to. I can play 1 through 4. So
You're too young to remember this, but Grant Hill's senior year, he played point guard for South Lakes, and it was a surprise for him to do that, and he did great, and I think it really helped him at Duke and down the road.
oh really? Wow.
Yeah.
How they do that year?
Well, they won the region in his junior year, and they lost at state in a great game to Hampton. And then the senior year, they lost in the regional final to Wakefield, one of the best games in the history of the region. Great game, but they had, I think they were undefeated before that game, and then they lost to that same Hampton team in state. So he
Oh
did great.
wow.
You can actually watch the game on YouTube. So I'll send you the link. I
Okay.
think it's great that you're having that experience, even though you don't do it all year, but it's great to
Hmm.
have that in your arsenal.
Yeah, definitely. I
Yeah.
definitely like being a well-rounded player. Definitely don't like to have any flaws in my game. So definitely like that.
Yeah. So when you think about the team for next year, uh,
Hmm.
we graduated a point guard. Braylon's is Wheeler, right?
Yeah.
He's in Florida at IMG,
Mhm.
and DJ graduated, or no,
Nah, Marcus Rouse and Ashton
Marcus.
Pratt.
I get Ashton and the DJ mixed up sometime. So
Yeah.
if you had to describe the new team, it's probably going to have a completely different look. How would you
Hmm.
describe the team that you guys are still building?
Well, first I would say that it's going to be very deep. Like I think we may have 7 to 10 guys, like a 7 to 10 guy rotation. I think we're going to be very deep. A lot of people that can play. Um, just still, I mean, still learning. But if like you told me these guys would look like this now from where they were in March, I like would not believe you. They've come a long way. You know, I've been working out with my assistant coach, Coach Lee. And he's been telling me that all these guys on our team are getting, trainers. They're training like 2, 3 times a week. They're going out getting shots up all the time, asking where to lift, asking for workouts from him. So, I'm just really seeing that these guys want to get better, and I'm really excited for, how they're going to do this year, and them, being a big piece in our, hopefully back-to-back state championship runs. So
Yeah,
I really like, where we're going, and hopefully the fall it's even better. Hopefully everyone keeps showing up, and we have some really good events this fall. I think Carlos told you we were going to Virginia Beach and then Richmond twice, and I think up in New York maybe. So
that's
I'm
great.
excited for these guys this fall, and hopefully they just keep getting better because it's really looking like it.
Yeah, it's just amazing what that success can do to others who see that success and want to be a
Yeah.
bigger part of it. I mean, they were a part of it last year, but they want to be a bigger
Hmm.
part of it this year. So it'll be fun.
Exactly.
So this summer, I followed you guys, and you guys had a great summer. Beat
Hmm.
some really nice private school teams.
Yeah.
It was a good summer. How would you describe just the Hayfield's summer league?
I think it was really good. Like obviously we were playing the Capital Hoops Summer League, and that's like the best private schools around. And I feel like we were definitely one of the best teams in that league. And you know, just us going in there and doing that. Obviously, we lost to DeMatha in the semifinal, but you know, just us going in there, going in that league, that historic league, and doing what we did. I feel like that brings a lot of confidence to me and every single one of us on the team. And I feel like even this fall we'll get some great bumps. So obviously the live periods weren't as good. We lost to St. John's by 2, had a very tough L to Sidwell, lost to his team from West Virginia, and then he went up to Philly, lost all 3 games there. But you know, those were just learning moments that we can get over. But I feel like the summer in general was pretty good.
Do you feel like Hayfield is closing the gap between public and private schools?
I definitely do. I definitely do, and you know, I feel like that's definitely big credit to Los because he's always got his plan. The top competition in the area. He always wants to go out get a WCAC game every year to start out the year, and that's definitely big credit to him because it all depends on the coach who the coach wants to play in the fall and the summer. So I definitely give a lot of credit to him. I definitely do that. Think that we're closing the gap a lot.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about your AAU season. I saw that you guys won a championship in AAU, I think in Tennessee. Tell us about your
South
team. I think.
Carolina.
Oh, I'm sorry, South Carolina. I
Yeah.
understand you're on a new team this
Mhm.
year, I believe. Tell us about your team and how AAU went.
Yeah. I mean, obviously AAU is going to be a lot different role for me. Not as much scoring, not as much on ball action. So I obviously had to adjust to that. But obviously we went down. We won a championship in Rock Hill. We beat Team Loaded, which is another another close by team down in Richmond. And it was just being on a circuit and just being in that environment. It was just a very new experience that I really really loved. Just to see like all these the best players in the nation, and just seeing that, oh, like I'm the shortest one in the gym right now, and just seeing how that there are so many great players, and I really have to elevate my game a lot to play in college, because in college everyone's going to be looking like that times two. So, I think it was really good for me to get on the circuit and just seeing that environment. And obviously we won a championship. We were really deep. We had Jamie Kaiser, Jada Mustaf, some really good players, and just playing around them really helped me a lot. And you know, that's really what I would take away from it.
Shortest guy in the gym. Welcome to my world. So on your AAU team, on your AAU team, what position do you play? And obviously, your team is loaded, so you're probably not going to get the shots that you'd get in a high
Yeah.
school game. But what is your role on the team, and how did it go?
Um, well, I mean, at first it like started out where I was doing a lot of the scoring, and that's just the way it was. And then when the season like developed, it was more like role player type. So playing off the ball a lot, setting screens, getting guys open, making the extra pass. And then I was always guarding the best player on the other team. That's something I really liked. Always guarding these top notch guys. It just made me a way better player. And just coming off the bench, I was usually sixth man off the bench, seventh man. So just bringing in energy and just playing defense. That's really what my role had become on the team. It's just whatever I can do to help the team. So
Well, that's great. You're able to really contribute in a different way than you would at Hayfield. Well, let's
yeah.
let's talk about your recruiting process. I follow you on Twitter, and you've gotten quite a few offers, which is great. You deserve them.
Mhm.
First of all, what are you looking for at the next level? What kind of college would fit you? What kind of coach are you looking for? What kind of team style are you looking for?
So I've been asked this a lot. So just definitely where coaches who want me in their program, who are constantly reaching out, who you know they're gonna look out for me. They're gonna give me opportunity. That's really the main thing. And just somewhere where I can go, because obviously I have to go take visits, just somewhere where I can go, and it feels like a good place for me to be. I fit in well with the players. You know it's not a selfish program where you got one, two, three guys just taking all the shots, and everyone just relies on them. I want a team program where everyone gets involved, and it's just a very selfish program. That's probably the main thing.
Yeah. So, do you enjoy the recruiting process? I mean, it seems like it could be a little bit of a burden. Are you looking forward to the day when it's over and you can just focus on basketball, or do you enjoy all the attention and the phone calls, the texts, and all? Not
Um,
during the dark period, but when those things are okay.
Um, I mean, obviously, sometimes it can be, a little bit overwhelming, gotten all these, random numbers texting you, calling you, and all that. But obviously, I appreciate every one of the coaches that have taken interest in me and reached out to me. So I definitely say like I won't miss it when it's done, but you know, during the time when it's happening, I just appreciate and try to embrace all like the coaches texting me, calling me, seeing how I'm doing, saying they like my game, and you know, I just appreciate all of it. So I definitely won't you know, uh, dwell on it being over. But right now, I just appreciate everyone reaching out to me.
Yeah. So, what are the offers that you have? I know most of it's public because I've read some of them, but I know you've been offered, by American and I think
Mhm.
James Madison as well, right? What are some of your offers that you're looking at right now?
So yeah, James Madison American. I've been offered by GW, Harvard,
Mm.
Radford, Towson, um, Siena, Loyola, Maryland, UMBC, and there was some more. I just can't think of. Oh, Boston U, Fairfield,
Hmm.
and I think there was some more, but I can't think of all of them right
Yeah,
now.
it's a good problem to have. Is being close to home a concern, or because there's TV, your parents can follow you online and also on the air, or would you like to be in the DC area?
Um, I mean, obviously, if you have a Harvard offer, that's always got to be in consideration. But, I think definitely being close to home would be something I would like. But like I said, having a Harvard offer, that's in Boston. So always got to think about that. And I'm actually going to go up there, I think the 10th of September. So, see how that is. But, definitely being close to home because, my mom wants to come out and watch the games. That's one of the biggest things. Got to get her out to watch. And just going to a school where I have like friends in the stands that, can watch me, that gives me a good feeling. So I would definitely say being close to home is a factor, but it's not a huge factor.
Yeah. One thing I think Hayfield players and also last year South Lakes players and WNL too, they had great crowd support. It was so much, it seemed
Yeah.
like so much fun to play in front of that crowd, and hopefully you can get that similar type of environment um, in college as well. Let's talk a little bit about Coach Carlos and your family. I know
Hmm.
Tina Jones, your wonderful
Hmm.
mother. Talk about what they have done to help you get to where you are. You can't do it by yourself. Good. There's a lot of good athletes out there. You are clearly well advised, and you have support and love from folks that care about you. So talk about what Coach Carlos and your mother and any other family you liked have meant to you.
Yeah. But they've done so much. Well, first starting out with Coach Carlos. So he's like my personal, I don't know what to call it. Just he be telling me he's always on the phone with coaches like 3 hours out of his day, and he's always trying to get in my AAU events. He's always asking me how, if he's not there, he's asking me how the AAU games went. So he just really wants to see me succeed, and that's definitely the biggest thing. He just, and if I went to private school, he would still be supporting me 100%, even though that's not something I'm going to do. But he just is definitely one of my biggest supporters. No matter what I do, where I go, and he's just always looking out, and always speaks highly of me to college coaches. Always tries to get my info out there to coaches, and just he's just a huge part, and just someone I really appreciate, and someone who's just been there since basically day one when I was averaging 1.6 points per game in freshman year. So
Yeah.
I really appreciate him, and he doesn't have to do any of this because he has a family of his own. He has a daughter, wife. So I just really appreciate him always taking the time out to look out for me and all that. And then my mom, you know, she's the one that's always taking me everywhere, uh, asked me, asked me about where I want to go to school, searching up these schools, doing her research. And she's actually a college teacher, so she knows a lot more than me. So she's definitely someone good to have in my corner. And she's just like Carlos, always calling these coaches, telling me to make sure I text all of them back. And obviously it gets annoying sometimes her, on me, but at the end of the day, she's just trying to look out for me, and I really do appreciate it. And you know, it's just, I mean, it's just getting started right now. We're got a lot of visits to go on, and I know she's gonna have me do a lot more research, and obviously she's got to help me apply for college. So I just appreciate everything she's really done for me so far.
And she also is very supportive of your teammates and other players in the area as well,
Oh yeah.
which is very nice. Well, last question, Greg, and this is great. And I hope you'll come back and see me after you make your announcement.
Mhm.
Last year, a Langley player, Amakwet, I can't think, I always pronounce his last name wrong, but
Yeah,
he,
I don't know.
yeah, he's always going around making really nice player at Langley, all state player. He ended up playing goalie for the Langley soccer team in the spring. He'd already signed, basketball's over. Um,
Oh,
and they won a state championship in soccer. So I understand you're a soccer player. If Hayfield asked you to, as a 6'6" guy, to come out and play goalie for a season after you sign, would you be willing to do that?
well, I'm actually a baseball player. I
Oh,
quit
baseball.
baseball my sophomore year. Yeah, I was a pitcher,
Oh,
but
okay.
it was some, and I used to play soccer when I was in seventh grade. But it's definitely something I've been thinking about. Like I was thinking about tennis, soccer, or baseball. But I mean, I don't know. I may just want to just get in the gym and keep working on my game after the season's over. But I definitely got to see how things pan out. But it's definitely a real possibility I play one of those three sports.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be great to watch. I like to see when guys, do their thing in different mediums. So, but
Yeah, yeah.
but look, Greg, this has been great, man. I'm a big fan of yours. Can't wait to see what you guys do this winter. It's going to be another great season, and I bet you the crowds are going to be out again. And so, but thanks again for doing this, and hopefully I'll be able to talk to you soon.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, anytime, Greg. All right, have a good day, buddy.
All right.
Yeah,
See ya.
bye.